Hey, how you doing guys? ZDEyE here. So today, finally I'm back with the grind of recording videos and uploading just for you guys and of course for my own self-satisfaction. I just wanted to talk a little bit quickly about due to my missed days up to like 3 to 4 days now, I did not upload anything. It's actually been the longest time that I did not upload for like quite a long time at this point, like months and months since I've been pretty much uploading almost every single day. Every time, and it was quite insane. Now I decided to take a little bit of a break as well, and to be honest, it wasn't much of a break either, because the first 2 days my PC went to a complete shutdown, more or less. Basically I actually downloaded an antivirus, ended up being it was a virus, so I've effed up on that part, but finally I managed to remove it. It was not easy. It's just simply as uninstalling it because it was not available to do so. You cannot delete it. Oh my god, there was so many problems. 2 days that took, and I could not really do any YouTube videos. And on top of that, the third day, the fourth day as well, I didn't really want to talk about anything particularly interesting. I was about to make a video yesterday, but that topic on hand, I'm not going to mention what it is, it just felt not very interesting personally to me. And I'm not going to be uploading a video that just, you know, for sake of uploading. I don't think that's what really gives me an interest of making these YouTube videos. I want to talk about something that I'm genuinely very interested about. And currently, and topic in hand, as you already read by the video of the title, Destiny 3. I'm going to be talking about it because, mind you, if you guys know me, I love Destiny 1. Destiny 2, I kind of liked it at first when it launched. I played the Prestige Raid. I got the Platinum Trophy for both of these games, Destiny 1 and 2. And then I just completely lost all the interest. Forsaken came out, considers to be a very good expansion. I played a bit of it. I didn't even bother playing with the raid. I've seen so many footages and everything. There's been so much praiseworthiness for the game, and I don't doubt it, not a bit, because the game is really good. And on that, then the Shadowkeep came out. It was not as, well taken as the as the Forsaken, but it still was a very successful expansion. Now, but before we proceed into the Destiny 3 that I wanted to talk about, basically, first of all, tomorrow, guys, I'm going to have 2 very special videos. One is going to be Q&A, and it's going to be, yeah, it's good. And tomorrow, and also the second video tomorrow, later, a couple of hours later, I'm going to have a premiering one special video, as you can see by our thumbnail right in front of you as well. Yes, my most anticipated games of 2020, and it took quite a while for me to do so because I put some time and effort into it, and I really do think you will guys enjoy it for sure. So be sure to check it out tomorrow. I'm I cannot speak for some reason. Premiering it. Be sure to subscribe, of course, to get these notifications for the premieres. And I highly encourage you to check it out. I'm very happy with the work I've done. Now, let's get into the topic of hand. I think it's been already a long introduction at this point. So, Destiny 3. Deej pretty much confirms that we may have to wait a little bit longer than expected for the Destiny 3. This is exactly the quote coming from him. I don't have any good announcements to make about the next bold moves we'll make in the franchise, Deej tells us when he asked how long Bungie will stay with Destiny 2 before moving on to the Destiny 3. Right now, our commitment and our attention is to make the seasons that will be unfold over the course of the next year interesting and sustain a perennial story arc that will keep players engaged. He adds as well, I understand the question you're asking, and it's certainly an interesting one, and we'll have a lot of cool stuff to say on that later, but I'm afraid that at the moment we have to wait a little bit longer for that particular moment. And so, if we do consider this fact, since the last time we've seen Destiny 1 came out in 2014, Destiny 2 came out in 2017, so this already gives us an objective and understanding that 3 years was enough time for them to create a sequel. Well, even though it was more or less of a bare bones sequel, to be honest. So, presumably a lot of people were expecting to see Destiny 3 in 2020, at the end of 2020, maybe September as an example. And if that's the case, if that's what they wanted to go, yeah, that's already understandable. But as it seems like they may not even release this Destiny 3 in 2020. And you know what? I really want them to take at least 1 or 2 years. Make the sequel as best as it can be. I'm sure that Bungie have learned their mistakes, because impressions, mind you, first impressions is pretty much everything. It really is. Destiny 2 at first, when it came out, a lot of people praised it. At very first of the first days, maybe even first week. But then, after when they uncovered the endgame, oh god, it was not taken very well. And as such, this is why we are hoping, at least I'm hoping, that they will make sure that they don't make the same mistake. But after we already know that they have split and divorced pretty much Activision, that's just music to everyone's ears, especially the gamers. And that's an incredible feat, especially since Bungie now are independent. And they can make their own calls. They can make their own schedules, they can create their own timelines when they want to create and of course develop and of course publish these games and as such. So I personally, in my opinion, think they should take another 1 year to 2 years. Make sure the sequel is the best as it can be on day one, so it would have excellent first impressions, on top of that having excellent first impressions for its endgame. It should not be bare bones. If they need to take a couple more months and such, because they want to be sure that in couple extra months when the game does come out, Destiny 3 as an example does come out, maybe say 3 to 4 months later, they will be announcing and releasing the expansion for it. And of course, because of this, they wanted to make sure that they had the expansion readied up and to go, just because they will get so many more sales for their first upcoming expansion for the Destiny 3. And as such, because it is a live services game, now obviously there doesn't seem like they're ever gonna go away with these microtransactions, the Eververse in Destiny way of saying it anyway. That's kind of disappointing in some factors, but it's done so much far better into the degree compared to what Destiny 2 was at first. It was just mainly concentrated because of the microtransactions. It was bullshit. Brighter engrams, nobody really wanted it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the satisfaction is there, as always is there. The RNG and S, great English, is just there to make it somewhat satisfying for you to keep revisiting the game and grinding for these levels, as an example, right? And with every accomplishment that you achieve and that you progress through, you manage to get these rewards. Now, Bright Engrams were those particular rewards, but personally for me and many others, a lot of people thought it was just more of a microtransaction means of actually making this sequel, and that's it. There was nothing really else to it. And now, back topic at hand. Destiny 2, our gameplay premise and what it does and what it strives to do, I think it does a very good job with the gameplay and how beautiful it does look. Destiny 1, it's like, by comparison, it's a little bit of a different game, doesn't it? It seems like it so. Personally, I think that Destiny 1 had a much sharper tone of the vision in graphics I'm talking about. But Destiny 2 was much more washed out, but neatly done right. I personally think that they need to go with the Destiny 1 route again, because obviously with the sequel now they would be expected to see, at least some people would expect to see, there could be some different graphical implementations, and as such would like to see as well, would it make sense for them to make sure that they have a proper engine, and so they will be able to create the content even easier before than ever. And if that's the case, if they believe that they managed to pull it off, that's all the power to them, and I respect that. Because independent developers and having up to so many developers working on the game is quite incredible. And how do they sustain all that? The payment, as an example, paying individual developers, it's not an easy task. To be honest with you, I would not be surprised if Bungie is going to be taken under the wings by some other publisher. Now, I can't be for certain. This may be just, my speculation, and really it is my speculation. Maybe Bungie feel very confident that they don't need anybody as a publisher, and if they would to be taking it, as a publisher, purchase Bungie as an example, then yeah, I think Sony will be the best option, because Sony always gives them any of the developers time and effort and money and a creative vision and as much time as necessary to make a freaking fantastic games. Now a lot of people may agree with me, quite a few of you may not, but that's just what I think. Alright, well, I guess that's that. I wanted to mention everything that I wanted to mention. Great English. I think I've said that 3 times already. But anyway guys, do tune in for tomorrow. It's gonna be big day. At first I was just thinking about uploading it on 31st, so the day after actually, but I couldn't hold off, and on top of that I will be on a holiday on the 31st. I don't know if I will do a scheduled video. I doubt it. Personally, I don't like to do too many of these scheduled videos, but we shall see. Alright, well then, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe as always. And yeah, have a good one.